Given the things that are taking place in Ukraine, what's demonstrated is that the sovereignty of the Eastern NATO nations is at threat. And so given that that is a reality that we live in, it's important for us to have a combat credible force that's forward to guarantee the sovereignty of those nations that are there potentially in harm's way. Poland is in a particular position where we are at the southern end of the Baltic defense line, which consists of the Baltic nations and Poland. This is really significant as it relates to our positioning to certain adversarial countries, and particularly the Suwałki corridor for us. And so by us holding down the southern end of that defense line, it enables us to provide the protection for NATO's eastern flank. This region is of particular importance for the alliance because of the famous Suwałki corridor, right? So this is a corridor that connects Russia and Belarus to the Kaliningrad Oblast. And so it's important for us to protect this particular corridor because this connects Poland with Lithuania, Estonia, and Latvia. And so by us being here and present in this particular area, we demonstrate that, we will maintain a forward presence, we will establish deterrence, and most importantly, we will create space to allow for our allies to continue to build their defenses, become stronger, become more collective in our ability to be able to defend into the future. U.S. company CALFEX is a culminating exercise for our companies that enable them to understand the fundamentals of combined arms maneuver. Consists of units that are maneuvering on the ground, the echelonment of fires such as indirect fires from mortars, field artillery indirect fires, as well as close air support to enable them to understand how they bring all of those things together to achieve an effect on the battlefield. It's us incorporating elements of our UK reconnaissance company, our Romanian air defense battery, and bringing those elements in a tactical situation to enable them to understand how they work with us in that type of scenario that mimics what we would do in the times of crisis or conflict. Our training enables us to heighten our lethality, to build interoperability, but most importantly, it helps us to understand where are places that we need to innovate. For example, we see in the contemporary operating environment, there's a large use of drones. And so we have to do things like modify the way that we clear bunkers or clear trenches using that technology to enable us to be successful, but more